What is it? Dragons?
Elephants
No, let's
need
save that for
soldiers,
later.
guys.
Sounds like a really bad emo
Yep.
song.
We got a treasure chest full of tears, and it sunk my ship.
Don't blame it, Jack.
What is happening? I know what it does. He missed the biscuit, though.
Be nice to our listeners.
I'm cutting that out.
I was gonna say, if I ever start doing coke, I'm just gonna refer to myself as the powder mage, as a white male who enjoys rap music.
Edgy, man.
He likes to burn things, apparently. So I dunked my whole nugget.
Oh, shit. That's fucked up. Alright, guys, everyone fall in. It's time for the War Council.
Very delicious.
Alright, let's jam out. Lyle, you're on guitar. Jack, you're on drums. Matt, accordion? Is that what you're into? Saxophone?
I don't know how to do the.
I don't know how to do accordion.
Yeah.
I'll play the saxophone. Yep, that's exactly what a saxophone sounds like.
Yeah. Nailed it with that one.
It's the best I got.
Kenny G up in here. Kenny G?
Yeah, sure.
Clarinet?
Yeah.
What is he? I don't know. Anyway, hey everybody.
Hey,
Hey.
Welcome to
it's been a
the
long time.
4-man band that is the War Council. It has been a long time
Yeah, and since you fired Jacob.
since I fired Jacob and
Since
told
we-
him not to come back for another 2 weeks, and he's counting the minutes until he can come back to us.
Yeah.
And
That's-
since
He knows
we
what he
never
did.
Talk outside of this podcast. Like I feel like I miss you guys.
Yeah, no, like
You know?
I mean, sometimes I put stuff in the Discord and I'm like, "Hey guys," and like no one answers, and I'm like, "Oh shit, okay, I guess just me and myself then."
You get 1 day a week, Jordan. That's
Yeah.
it.
Well, we did do a heist together.
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to jump into that already?
Already? No. I'm just saying.
Let's talk about what's going on with everyone. Matt's out of town on business.
Our pleasure.
I'm at the East Coast. Yeah, no pleasure, unfortunately.
East Coast?
Kind
No.
of stuck at the hotel.
Well, hey, it's nice to be in someone else's hotel, you know?
It
Yeah.
is.
Put up on their dime. It's
Exactly.
You gotta-
Eating on their dime.
yeah.
And all I gotta do is answer some questions for 9 hours at work. It's
Exactly.
not too bad.
It's not too bad. You're eating on their dime though. That's what are they feeding you? You get your pick or? Is it like a
I
catered thing?
had a very, very, very nice steak tonight. Let's put it that way.
Ooh.
Awesome.
I don't know why we have to be secretive about my question, but all right. It's I like steak. I like a good ass
Yeah,
steak. What about you guys, Lyle? What's up with you?
I just finished a whole bunch of video games and
I don't know what those are yet. It's not time
watched some movies. and
Ooh,
I don't really have anything going on,
dude.
You know?
I got some movies to talk about.
Oh, damn.
We'll
we
get.
had a wing night before Matt left, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
wrecked everybody. I was all right, ish.
I'm sad that I never get invited
Yeah,
to
it
the
only
wing night.
took me. Well, you know, if you want to drive your happy ass 2 hours down here, we can do another one.
I do.
Yeah,
If I would know about it in advance.
and then I'll give you a bottle of Samurai that you've been begging me for,
I
right?
don't know that that's the one I've been begging for, is it? I don't-
No, but we have hotter melon now, and we also have our blueberry syrup, so you can take your pick.
I'm not gonna lie. Hotter melon sounds
Not
delicious.
too bad.
You know what? It's so weird because back in the day, Dennis was like, "You have to try this. It's my like golden sauce," and I didn't like it. It wasn't really good. And then he's like, "Hey, big news! We're gonna release this sauce as an official release." And I was like, "Damn it, this sucks." And then we made it, and I still wasn't into it. And then I smelled it, and I still wasn't into it. And then we had it on wings the other night. It's damn good, dude. It's really good now. The watermelon comes through. Super nice.
I will
And
be
it's
there
hot.
I'll be there to pick mine up very shortly.
Cool.
I'll be flying in soon.
Hey.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, Jacob,
I'm
you're
just gonna order it through the mail like a normal
you're a
person.
dickhead.
I'm glad to see that Jordan hired you back.
Yeah.
That was quick.
Were there talks of firing me?
There was.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you were briefly fired.
Did you bring the
Fuck you, I don't need you guys.
prerequisites? What you do?
Jordan said you weren't bringing in pictures of Spider-Man anymore.
I know. I was like, it's getting a little fishy here. The more I see a Spider-Man, the less I see a Jacob.
Yeah.
If he wasn't too scrawny to fit in that costume, I'd be concerned. Oh, man. We've been recapping the week, Jacob. How's yours?
Oh. Yeah, it was alright.
Or the 2 weeks, I guess, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah. A Quiet Place came out and has since destroyed us at work.
Whoa.
It's been
Whoa, no spoilers.
non-stop busy at work.
I'm very glad to hear that. For reasons
Yeah,
I'll get
me
into
too.
later.
So I have since seen that. I watched that last night. And then I literally just got home from watching Isle of Dogs. I found myself having to pronounce it super strange like that so people don't think I'm saying I love dogs.
And
But you do.
who would ever make that confusion? Nobody on this podcast, that's for certain.
Yeah.
But let's say outside of work, what's going on in Jacob Town?
He's been hanging out with Ariel and ditching us a lot.
Okay.
So there's that.
When did Ariel's parents were in town this weekend?
Okay,
Yeah.
see, that's
Good
what,
excuse.
So
that is the best excuse, actually.
yeah. Oh man, sorry, the in-laws are in town. I can't
Yeah.
play video games.
You're like, man, your in-laws come to town a lot. You're like, yeah, they live here, actually.
They actually were in town like 2 weeks ago. So even at work, like I traded some shifts so we could all hang out, like go out to dinner and stuff. My
Okay.
boss, like, weren't they just in town? It's like, I know it sounds super weird, but they yes have been in town. Like,
At least it wasn't like, my grandma's got cancer.
yeah,
My other grandma. Jeez, what's happening to my family? Like, how many grandma's funerals are you going to go to? We had a very progressive family from the beginning.
There's some geriatrics left and right.
I have 4 grandmothers. They all got married very early on, and they're just dropping like flies right now.
to each other actually.
Yeah.
To each other, yeah.
Yeah,
Incestuous grandmas.
it sucks.
That is going to be our next movie, Incestuous Grandmas.
Oh, dude. So when I was on this has nothing to do with that directly. Right? So
That
one
worried
get
me for a
upset.
second.
Yeah, no one get nervous. But I was on Facebook browsing the memes and came across one with a rooster, and it was straight up out of an episode of Top Cup.
Our lawyers are on it. Our lawyers are on that shit because
that's our intellectual property.
They stole that motherfucker from us. Is like where I want to know. Let's just walk back what I said. Where did that come from? Like it's a paper. Like the picture is like of a book. Where did that come from? I want to know where that is. I'm gonna Google search that shit and I'm gonna find it. Then I'm gonna hire that person to make Top Cock for us. Man, since we've been here, you know what I did? I got a new car. I got a new car.
Whoa. A cute car.
Because my old car died. My old car died, and I wanted to roll it off a cliff, but I wasn't allowed.
And so you went and got like a super tough guy, like muscle car.
Yeah, oh yeah, like lifted, 15-inch wheels, like it's got seating for 5 comfortably. You know what, man? It gets 45 miles a gallon. I'm telling you, Hyundai knows what's up.
So you guys are pregnant, I assume, is why you got like a soccer mom car?
I just like to carry around all my pets at the same time.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, 2 ferrets, a dog, and a cat, man. They like to run around the car while we're driving too, so it can be dangerous if I don't have enough room.
So here's another good story from the archive. Val came up to me last night and was like, hey, I had this old conversation with Jordan that I just found on Facebook. And I was like, oh, that's cool. She's like, he's completely different. He said that he wants to own a zoo. And I'm like,
I think that was a lie.
all right. And then, well, no,
Did We Bought a Zoo just come out on? Like,
I was reading it, and then
I never saw that.
You said something about how you wanted ferrets, and she's like, yeah, he would never have a ferret. And I was like, he literally has a ferret. So maybe he hasn't changed as much as you think.
Only 2 of them.
You bought a zoo car and you have ferrets.
I bought
Yeah.
a zoo. What does that even mean?
Because didn't you say you bought a car for all your animals? It's like traveling zoo, right?
No, I mean like from then. Like what? I don't get it. Anyway, let's talk about like video games and stuff.
Yeah.
Who's up? Who's got stuff?
Lyle. I nominate Lyle.
Well,
That's what I was looking
beat
for.
Far Cry 5.
Hot damn, me too.
Yeah, that was fun. It went exactly where I thought it was gonna go, and that was cool.
Like-
I don't really want to go too deep into it, right?
Yeah,
But-
no spoilers. I haven't finished it yet. I'm not going to get a chance to finish it for a week.
Oh dang, dude.
We can dance around some spoilers.
And then, well, you can do that. You can do that on your turn, dude.
I just
You
want to
have the
say, since you're here talking about Far Cry, since we last spoke, the 5 of us to the world, you and I played some co-op. We played co-op twice actually. The first time, we've died laughing.
I
Like-
literally was sick from it. Like my stomach hurt, my shoulders and neck hurt. Val checked on me. She was like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" Because I was yelling, "I'm gonna puke."
There was
She
like
thought I was crying, but I was just laughing really hard.
it was literally the funnest the funnest time I've ever had with a video game because like
Oh yeah.
it was just fucking janky left and right. Like we got a guy stuck in the trunk of our car once.
Well, and we
Um,
were seeing the same thing, but we were seeing it differently. Like I was watching the video that you posted, and it shows the dude hanging from his arm, but from mine, he was like dragging his head behind, and then when you threw him back in there, it hooked on his hip on your video, or no, it was through his legs were like through
Yeah.
the tailgate, and then on mine, he was like just hanging by the hoop of his belt or something, like like oh my god, it was
That's
good. And
so
then
good.
when you threw the bat in your video, it just shows
Oh
a
my
random guy
God.
running and a rocket launcher like jumps off of him. I actually saw him holding the rocket launcher as he was running, so I was like, he's about to blow Jordan up, but instead he just kept on running, and then tink.
Then he got hit in the back of the head with a baseball bat. Oh,
That was
man.
amazing.
By far my favorite thing of that, and sadly no one will get to see this video because the audio was fucked and it was just me talking to myself the whole time. So there's 2 funny parts. I'm flying a helicopter and I decide I'm gonna suicide into something.
Oh, that was great too.
One of the big silos or something. And in Far Cry, if you get too far away, it'll teleport you to the other person. So I'm flying directly at this thing. Like I have no intention of jumping out whatsoever. I'm just gonna die and spawn with Lyle.
I'm just parachuting
Yeah.
way far back.
Yeah, he's way the fucking far away. Well, he teleported into the helicopter like right before we hit that fucking thing.
right before impact.
That was a pretty damn good moment. And then
Pretty good.
the like 5 minutes we spent setting up the car in reverse on the flatbed truck. Because we're like, okay, this is a tow truck. This is gonna be badass. So I drop the back of the tow truck and I drive the car on it. And I'm like, okay, Lyle, set it up or whatever. And he flattens it out. And he's like, wait a minute. What if you turned it around? Because at some point I'm gonna need to drive off this thing real quick. And I was like,
It's
yeah,
gonna be super epic.
that's a fucking good idea. So I spent time trying to like reverse and get it all perfect. And I was like, okay, this is very unsafe because we're not tying the tires, to make sure the thing don't fall off. But whatever, it's gonna be fine. So he gets in the car and I'm just driving this flatbed and it's going real slow. Whatever. We kind of expected that. But at some point, a like truck passes us or something going the opposite way, and he's like, "Oh, this is my chance! I'm gonna do it!" And he slams on the gas. It goes.
And you can hear it revving.
You can hear it revving, and he goes fucking nowhere.
Because apparently the tires were locked in.
The game locked the car to the flatbed of the truck. He was going nowhere, and he's just holding on to it. He's like, "Yep, I'm just not going anywhere." So I get out and I'm like looking at him. I'm like, "Okay," and then I just drop the thing real quick, and he just zooms off of it as soon as it like unlocks. Man, that game is just fucking great to play with another person. Like, it's got so much of that open world fucking broken jank that it's tough to beat right now.
I tried to make a multiplayer map, and that was a pain in the ass. Or I'm just
Yeah, I
like
bet.
really impatient.
Mhm.
Is probably more accurate. But anyways, that didn't pan out. I put a bunch of bears and skunks and a couple yetis.
Nice. People will go fucking nuts with that shit. They're making like a bunch of classic maps, like they made the Battlegrounds map, and they're doing like a bunch of Call of Duty shit. Like it's very weird. I get it though. I get it. All right, what else, Lyle?
I beat Ni no Kuni 2.
Oh shit!
I didn't quite 100% it, but like I got the kingdom all the way maxed out. Because once you get the kingdom all the way maxed out, at that point, the only thing that you can really do is run these quests to get better gear. But if your shit's already maxed out, there's nothing else to do. So I don't really want to just hoard gear to look at.
Sure.
So I think I'm done with it. I don't think I'm going to technically 100% it. I'm just going to, or literally, I guess, but I'm good. I did it. I did it all. I climbed the mountain.
Nice.
You saw it had to offer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you 100% Far Cry?
No. So there's still some side quests that I haven't done.
I decided that if I'm an 100% Far Cry, I'm just gonna wait till the DLC starts coming out.
That sounds like a good idea. I'd
like,
probably be in on that.
Yeah, I'm ready to put this game down. As much fun as it is, like new stuff's about to drop, and I'm glad I finished it. And like the DLC looks super cool, and I'll get that season pass at some point. So I'm just like, all right, this is it. I'll come back to it later, and then I'll be re-energized to do those side quests. Because like some of those side things, like I don't know how many of them you've done, Lyle, but the like stunt races, some of those are pretty damn cool. Yeah,
I've done all of those.
Nice. Okay. I've only done a few.
Anyways.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking cool. Where it's like, this is a shrine to like the greatest stuntman that Hope County's ever seen. Like recreate this thing. Yeah, that's some pretty fucking cool ones.
Did you do the one where you're flying the plane? You have to keep going underneath the bridges and stuff.
Nope, that would have been bad for me probably.
It was easier than I expected, but it was still like epic with the music and that fucking song, dude. Oh my god.
Oh man. So it's before we jump off Ni no Kuni, compared to the first one, which is better.
Definitely the first one is better.
Okay.
The story is way better. Some of the mechanics in this one are better, but you don't ever get the chance to fully utilize them. There's that tactics tweaker that we talked about where you can kind of cater your battle style to whatever you're fighting. You don't have to use that. You can use it, and it helps a little bit, but you can really just power through it. I fought probably the toughest little side monster in the game, and by that point I was not over leveled, but I was like evenly matched with it, and I just had really good gear, and it was not hard at all. Like took very little time. And so
comparatively, what about story? Like the first one?
Here's the thing. So at the end of this one, I feel like you get a lot of story, and then you go, well, where the hell was that the rest of the game? Like it just felt really lackluster all the way in the middle, and then the end was like, oh, by the way, here's this beautiful like romance and tragedy and like just all this shit all rolled into one 30-minute moment.
Yeah.
And and other than that, you know what your plan is. So it's like you start the game being this kid who's going to unite the world, and in order to do that, you have to get everybody to come together. So you go to each kingdom one at a time and get them to do their thing. But none of those characters that you meet are like super engaging or developed, I guess. And then the overall like big bad guy, it's like like I said, the last half hour, it's like, oh, by the way, here's everything that you need to know about this guy's story. So like, oh, maybe we could have like slowly worked that in.
So
but I mean, it still did have like a satisfying ending. But it wasn't as good as the first one. The first one, you knew what you were getting the whole time, and everything was building toward that thing, and it all worked together to make it all happen.
Yeah.
So would you say that you felt the loss of Studio Ghibli here, because like they stepped away for this one? Would you say that like that is kind of a difference maker?
Probably, yeah, I would imagine. Okay. I don't know exactly what it is, but it did certainly feel less than.
Okay. Bummer.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Oh man, so this isn't technically video games, but I was listening to the No Sleep podcast and heard probably the first story in a long time from the No Sleep podcast that like really unsettled me, like in a big way.
Okay.
I don't know. Does anybody else listen to that regularly?
Well, no, but I have a story to tell, semi-related to this when you're done.
Okay.
Talking about
Anyways, the latest one that just came out, if you have like 20 minutes, the story is really a fucking bummer. That's all there is to it. It's not even like the in your face horror type thing. It's just something that is said that makes you go, ugh, ugh. Like it's just really uncomfortable.
Okay.
Deeply.
I mean, you've sold me.
Yeah, check it out.
I don't know
What else was good? Bobby Lee was on H3, and I watched that, and then that kind of linked me in this thing where I was watching all the Tiger Belly podcasts because I didn't realize that Bobby Lee had his own podcast.
Oh,
That
okay.
dude's really funny when he's not trying to be funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like that. Like, I mean, he's funny when he's trying to be funny too, but he's like really funny when he's just being himself.
I saw a clip online. I'm not sure if it was of Bobby's podcast or one that he was on with his wife or girlfriend or whatever. She basically admitted that she was only with him because he was rich. And just the look of utter defeat on his face when she said that was like so heartbreakingly funny.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
I've
happens
watched
to all
a
of us
bunch
at
of
some
stuff,
point.
but I forgot what. Trailer Park Boys, I finished the latest season.
Oh shit! All right.
It
How was
was kind of hard to watch because you see like the final thing of Jim Leahy. They do the tribute at the end, but the whole time you're watching it and you realize that like the best actor on their show is gone, and this is all that's left.
Yeah.
Did Jim die in the show, or did they just like
No,
he just, like,
they
moved
just
away?
Yeah. Well, they didn't even make it a point in the story. They did finish
okay.
out the season, and then at the last scene, they just rolled a thing that said "in loving memory," and then he had like a little clip of him talking at like doling out some life advice, and it was cool. It was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
They're doing a live show in San Diego this week or next week, and before Leahy passed away, I was totally all about it. But now I feel like it would just like
Have you seen
not only
any
would
of
it
those recorded live shows? Like
I haven't, but
they're real dumb to me. I don't know.
Oh,
They're
shit.
real bad.
well, I figure now too. Like they're probably still like it's distressing when someone that you care about dies, especially like doing
yeah.
something that you both worked on. Like I'm sure it's just not the same. Not even
Right.
just because Leahy's gone, but just like their whole demeanor
Mhm.
with the characters.
Yeah. I get that. I mean, I have never experienced that in my personal life, but you know,
Brag about it.
That's
Yeah.
pretty much all I
Saying,
did. I can't
saying I'm doing
recall
pretty fucking good.
specific- Oh, I finished the third book in the what is it? Annihilation.
Oh, you did.
Southern
Acceptance.
Reach, something.
I think Acceptance is the third one. Yeah,
Nice.
Southern Reach trilogy. I don't even know what to say about it, dude. It was
Like because it's weird or because it's bad.
It's weird. No, it wasn't bad. I would say it's definitely an interesting read, but there's a lot of weird time jumpy, character jumpy stuff, like where it just goes back and forth between people and times, and I don't know. And it also makes me like kind of bummed out about the second book because the second book has this character that you don't know in the first book, and it's only him. Like that's all it is. It's just from him, his perspective, and things about him. And then he is in the third book, but I don't know. I didn't want to know more about him. If I had read the third book and known his character from the third book, I would have been pissed off if they did any story that was just him.
Okay.
He's a real fucking boring dude.
Got it.
Yeah.
Don't read it. Sold.
Yeah, skip the second one. I'll tell you about it.
All right. When we
Fair
get there.
enough.
When we get there, we'll come for
Yeah. Yeah.
you.
That's it. That's all I got.
That's it. Hey Jack.
That's it.
Hey Jack.
What's up?
We were talking about how fun Far Cry was in multiplayer. Someone told me that you played some co-op of some sort too.
I might have played a little co-op.
Yeah. How did that go? Other than shitty with the heist that we never pulled off.
Well, we did. We
Uh-oh.
in there with a flare.
Wait, hold on. One more time.
We did rob that store, and then you lit the guy the flare gun.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Jack, you're coming through very bad. It's real rough. It's real rough at this point. But yes, so Jack and I, while he's fixing, who knows, we played some GTA Online because we're gluttons for punishment, of course. Because all you ever do is load into that game and get killed by the people who have been running around for 20 minutes.
And because I wasn't there, you were setting people on fire.
Exactly. Because Lyle wasn't here. We all know that when things get set on fire, Lyle's there to take care of it.
Yeah.
If your son has taught us anything, that is you are the fireman. That's an old joke there. So we started to do the heist, the like prison break heist, which you need 4 people for. Jack and I are obviously just 2 people.
Lyle
and one of you other 2 people.
2 Lyles.
I don't own it. It's all you and
see?
Jacob and Matt.
There's the problem. You don't own it.
Are you playing PC?
No.
Oh,
PS4.
Yeah, I got it on
plebs,
PC too.
console plebs.
I've got it on PC
I have
too.
it for
Chill.
PS4.
What?
I have it for PS4.
You
I thought guys were playing
motherfucker!
on PC.
Told us you were playing PC. I have it on PS4.
Oh
You
man! See, we could have been.
Anyway, while we were doing it by ourselves, we failed miserably several fucking times. So we gave up.
Yeah.
We're just cruising around. We're just having a night on the town. And then Jack has this cool idea. He's like, "Hey, what if we robbed a store?" I was like, "Okay, I got like $200,000, but whatever. We'll go get $200. It's fine." So we go rob a store and we hold the guy up, behind the counter or whatever. It's fine. He's giving us all the money. He feels good about it.
Yeah. It was very romantic.
Yeah. It was our 2 ladies, Jack and I's 2 ladies. We were just standing there having this weird like money exchange with this person. It was strange. So he gives us all the money and whoops, I shot him with a flare gun. It's fine. It's his fault. He got held up by a flare gun. So we run out and we get in the car and we just fucking cruise and we take off. And so we're in. I bought an armored car because it's GTA Online and people like to fuck with you. So we cruise around in this armored car for 45 minutes.
Yeah, actually, it was probably longer than that.
Yeah, it might have been longer than that. We were just trying to go out. We were trying to go out in style. And so we got up to our 6-star rank and we like several times like almost lost them. Like had it ticking down and then a helicopter found us and we're like cruising up this mountain and taking these sick ass jumps, and the physics in this game just make you feel like such a badass.
Yeah.
As you like,
it was like Tony Hawk with a car.
Yeah, it was fucking cool. We're doing flips and shit, and Jack's riding mostly in first person, getting dizzy. I had to switch to third person because I could not drive in first. So it was just really fucking cool, like all the shit that we did. Anyway, at the end of it, we're like, all right, I crashed the car into the water. Guess we have no recourse here. We get out and we split up, and I actually lost the cops, and Jack got killed.
Oh wait, you forgot the time where we got out, we saw a submarine, and we were like, should we steal it with like 6 stars? And Jordan's like, we should go for it. And so we run over there, and Jordan gets in the submarine. I guess submarines, they're only 1-seater. So I'm kind of like riding on top while Jordan's going down. And then, so just from the cops' point of view, we're just like, we just get out of the car, get on the submarine, figure out it is not working for us, and then get back in the car.
Run back to the car. Wasn't there something else we did that with too?
Yeah, we did that with. Oh, you wanted to hide behind some rocks.
Dude,
oh yeah,
it's like surfing away from the cops. That's like something out of an 80s movie.
Yeah.
And then I turned into a werewolf.
Yeah.
Which is real upsetting for me as the driver of the car.
Yeah.
No, that was a hell of a lot of fun. That's the only way to play that game as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Like, you're just fucking kicking ass at 6 stars and like just running into roadblocks, and we see this person just walking on a beach, and I'm like, man, you know what? We haven't killed an innocent person in a while, so just run them over, put myself on a watch list or something. It's fine.
It was funny because in first person, it was just like I was facing backwards and shooting cops behind us, and then randomly I'll just see some guy's body kind of fly over the car.
That was a good time. That was good.
Yeah, it was great.
Other than that,
Maybe
Jack.
next time I'll get in on it.
Yeah,
Because
that'd
you're
be
not
awesome.
playing on PC.
Hey, we told you. I'll go
Nope.
back. I'll go back and look at the transcript.
Me and Matt, we know.
All right.
Yeah, you said PC.
No, nuh-uh. Hey, what else did you get up to, Jack?
I got speaking of which, Matt, I just got my HOTAS in. I got a cheap one for Elite Dangerous.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah,
I
so
need to get
I've been
one
playing that. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And it's
Is
terrifying.
the control scheme like 10 times better than playing with mouse and keyboard?
Oh yeah, but it's still terrifying trying to land.
Oh god.
Yeah. And then like I was actually exiting a base and just getting used to this, I accidentally floored it in reverse and just like slammed it in one of their buildings.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I got a minor infraction, so it's okay.
Hey, quit posting that shit in the
Like
chat.
bro.
You know what? You can doctor it all you want. I know the truth.
Dates are there, compadre.
It says edited.
It doesn't for those.
The chat log.
My experiences with Elite were always fucking up in that caliber, Jack, so I can sympathize.
Yeah. Yeah, I shelled up the money for an auto land because it was terrifying.
Yes. It's the only way to go.
What I have to do.
Yeah.
Landing is a pain in the ass. Oh, you know
Yeah.
what? I have GT on PC, not PS4. I think that's what it was. Why I couldn't join you.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't know why I just thought of that when you were talking about landing in
I don't
Elite,
know.
but
Well, now I don't have an excuse.
So Jacob's
Sorry,
the
guys.
missing piece of
I
the puzzle.
apologize.
Whichever console you get it on is where we go.
I mean, I already have it on PC.
Oh, okay. So let's get out of here. Let's fucking
Fuck you, then.
shut this shit down.
I think I've played it once, and it hasn't been online because
Yeah,
you have to
nice.
do whatever story mission before
You
they
do.
Oh,
release
yeah.
you into the world.
That's correct. That is correct. Jack, you got any other fun exploits that were not in space or murdering innocents?
Nothing really. I did see what just came out last week? The big one?
Ready Player One?
Oh yeah. I saw already. Did we already talk about that?
No, we have
okay.
not.
All right. Are we saving that for later?
We don't have to.
Okay.
who hasn't seen it?
Who here has not seen Ready Player One? Say
think we've all
Rutabaga.
seen
The four people that
haven't.
listen to the podcast.
Lyle has not seen it. Hey, he's gone. He left. He's just disappeared. Hey, what's
He's logged out.
up? Also, it's 8, Jacob, you motherfucker.
Oh,
are
we
you
got
talking about?
8 people.
It's more than that. It's more than that, actually. Factually speaking, it's more than that. What do you think of it, Jack? Without spoilers.
I
I mean, not that
liked
you
it.
can't really spoil it. It's not. Well, there's some spoily stuff, but
Yeah, I there's things I actually liked better in the book, but overall I think it was a better paced. I guess it was just better paced overall than the book, and it had more likable characters.
it wasn't as much nostalgia vomit.
Yeah,
Because it was actually more nostalgia vomit, but it was all visual. Like it was
Yeah,
easier to
and-
digest.
and it wasn't just just the 80s. It was like everything.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I also liked that the main character wasn't really like a Mary Sue, because in the book he is. In
Yes.
the book he's like suddenly this this lich brings out a joust cabinet, but luckily enough I already mastered that game 5 times over, and
Right.
he's like perfect at everything, and he brings it out. He just tells you that he's perfect at it. You don't see him kind of earn it in the book.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like there was more. I don't know. It was better in the movie. He wasn't perfect at everything.
Yeah. I thought all the characters were 100% better written in the movie.
Yeah.
And I liked the movie because it was so different than the book.
Mhm.
I didn't care for the book so much because it was just fucking 80s vomit on a page over and
Yeah.
over again. I felt that was a little off-putting and like very up your own ass. So,
Yeah. I told
turned
you
out
I
better.
did like the book, but
Yeah,
I did feel like it was basically Twilight for guys
Yeah,
in their like 30s.
yeah, it's like Yes, I agree with that assessment right there.
Yeah.
But no, that was a good movie. It's a movie, not a film.
Yeah.
It's a movie, and
Yeah.
it was good.
Yeah.
What did you guys think?
Don't start that again.
I thought it was super fun.
Yeah.
The end scene, the end fight, I should say, alone,
Uh-huh.
made that movie for me.
The climactic fight there.
That's all in the trailers.
Yeah. There wasn't enough
it's
rush.
not all in the trailers.
There
they're
wasn't
"No,
enough
that
rush."
can't be it."
Yeah.
Oh my god, it is, and then it happened, and we're
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
There's,
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
there's-
The-
there's a pop culture thing that shows up that you're like,
yeah. And that
Okay.
pop culture thing. Are we talking about the one that jumps out of the other pop culture thing? That's really
yeah,
awesome.
uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
And then
it's
it
that
fights
pulp
the-
cultural thing.
And it fights that pop culture thing that we all love too.
Yep,
Okay.
that one.
That
Yep.
the third
Yeah.
pop culture thing I was least impressed by, but the other two definitely.
I liked it because I grew up loving that series, but it didn't look like the one from the movies, which I didn't like as much.
Can we get as vague about this as possible? We just keep going.
But I do want to talk about a little spoilery thing at the end. So whoever's listening, if you still haven't seen the movie and want to, just skip 5 minutes.
I feel like
talking
we
about-
shouldn't. I feel like we shouldn't talk about the spoiler though. I mean,
Oh, but it's super small though. It's not even
Is it? Go ahead.
okay.
I'll allow it.
We'll give it
Okay.
120 seconds.
Okay. I didn't like that they all agree to shut down the Oasis for 2 days. It's that's kind of rude. Now that you guys have everything, there's still people that are in poverty, and the Oasis is their one escape out of everything.
Oh,
And they're
yeah.
just but they do that just to get a message of hey kids, go play outside.
No, it's like, hey kids, go
Pretty
find a
much.
girlfriend is essentially what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
Go,
exactly.
Go get you
I didn't-
some, son.
I didn't like that because it felt very I don't know, old man who's yeah, we're cool and hip like you kids. Now, how about you guys go get some sun and talk to girls?
Yeah,
When they
My
did it,
one
they-
problem
I didn't mind
with
it.
the movie was there's a scene where a character has a gun and he's walking somewhere, but there are a bunch of people there, and then everyone is just 500 people okay, we'll let you go with this gun to presumably go kill just another human being, and not one person I don't know, tries to
Yeah.
hit him in the head with a rock or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Yeah, when he has his back turned.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
it was very.
Don't try to Spider-Man
very
to it.
Symbolic. It was stupid though. It came across very stupid.
Yeah.
Since we're done talking about the spoilers, I thought you were going to talk about a different thing, which is a character showing up, and I have my own feelings about that.
Are you
Too
talking
much
about me?
Tracer? Is that what you're saying?
Huh? No. Oh my God. There's so much fucking Tracer in that movie, and I hate it.
Yeah.
I
Overwatch
there's
is
some Protoss,
just about
I
Tracer
mean-
though, right?
I just for some reason I don't like the fact that Tracer is the poster child for Overwatch.
Yeah.
There's definitely better heroes, like
Yeah.
Junkrat.
Yeah.
Make him the poster boy.
Fucking
Or Diva,
Roadhog,
or
dude.
me.
Biased much? God.
Anyone but Zarya, honestly.
That's. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying I want Zarya to be on the DL. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I'm happy that it's not like Soldier or Reaper, because that would be even fucking worse.
Even though they kind of
could you
had a
imagine-
Reaper in it.
Could you imagine if Reaper was the edgy poster child for Overwatch?
It's gonna happen at some point, right? Like one of these events or something. It's gonna be. Maybe it's already happened. I don't know.
I would love an edgy teenage Reaper skin with acne and
Oh, yeah.
studded bracelets and stuff like
fucking My Chemical Romance T-shirt. I'm all over it.
that. Exactly. But I want me in middle school to be a
Yeah.
Reaper skin.
Yeah, I believe it. Jacob, tell us about the other stuff that you saw.
I saw
right,
A Quiet Place.
So good.
Okay. My only issue with that movie is literally the last 4 seconds.
Dude.
That was
No.
too. It just didn't
No.
do it for me. That movie is so serious and well written, and that just seemed like a little tacked on,
No, so
cheesy little
I don't think
bit of
I don't think it was
whatever
tacked
you
on.
want to call it.
I don't think it was tacked on. I think it signals something, and it's a spoiler, so I'm not going to say it, but I believe it. I believe it. I believe it.
Naruto joins the movie. Is what Jordan's trying
yes.
to hint
God,
at.
fucking Jacob, you motherfucker. No, my only problem is that it's a lot like another movie that I'm not gonna say, and I think if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. That was my only problem.
I don't know
with
what
it.
you're
Okay,
talking
we
about.
will talk about this afterwards.
The Iron Giant shows up.
I will just say that I'm done. You guys got it. You keep saying it. Everyone's getting pissed at you. Not me. Not this time. No, we'll converse afterwards, and then it'll like fucking shatter the illusion for you. I'm just gonna say the John Krasinski moment was so fucking good.
Yeah.
Where he looks at the camera like in The Office.
And he just looks at The Office. He just like he puts on that face.
There was one scene where he like his son said something and he looks at him and I swear to God it's a look that Jim would camera spike the camera within The Office, and I almost lost it for a split second there. But
that's the wrong movie to lose it in because it's so fucking quiet. Like I've seen these things all over the internet where people are like, don't fucking buy popcorn because you're going to be that asshole who's eating popcorn. Like, it's true. Like, it is so quiet that everything is annoying. And, like, at the beginning of our showing, we had this group of motherfuckers who just wouldn't stop talking. And I was like, this is, I'm going to fucking murder people. It's what's going to happen right now. Because it was, like, the first several minutes of the movie where there's, like, no audio. And they just didn't shut up. And shout out to all the movie theater ushers out there. They did their job. They shut those motherfuckers up. So I didn't have to get my hands bloody.
Yeah.
Hell of a movie. I recommend it to every person on this earth.
Yeah. No, I'm so glad that there's good like mainstream horror movies that are coming out that aren't just, slasher trash or
but I can't wait for that slasher trash to come back.
No, I love it too, but it's nice to see a good horror film.
Halloween 2018.
Yes. Did you see the trailer for that awful Truth or Dare movie that I'm definitely going to watch when it comes out?
Oh yes, that is the best kind of awful. That is absolutely the best kind of awful.
Yeah.
Tell us about how you love dogs, Jacob.
Isle of Dogs was...
Yes, that's what I said.
It was pretty good. It was really pretty good. Is exactly what I just said. I'm Wes Anderson's basically my favorite director. I own all of his stuff except for Bottle Rocket. I think.
You motherfucker! No.
Uh-oh.
Are you telling me Bottle Rocket's your favorite Wes Anderson film? Because you're wrong.
It's not my favorite, but it's a damn good film. I stand by that. I stand by that. It's no Moonrise Kingdom, but it's a damn good movie.
Is it a movie or is it a film?
It's a movie. It's a movie.
Yeah, it was fun. So there's a little, message at the beginning that says all the dialogue is in its native tongue except for there's some narration and translators in the movie because like the mayor of the town or whatever will make a press release and there just happens to be an English translator,
correct?
Translating it for the TV. So all of that, the character spoken stuff is Japanese, and then it says, but all of the barks have been translated to English. I want to watch it on DVD and see if with subtitles the Japanese stuff is subtitled because I'm still curious to know what those voice actors are saying because obviously they're they have lines they're saying. At least I would assume that they didn't hire someone who sounded like they're speaking Japanese to talk gibberish for half an hour.
I've heard that is actually the case.
Really?
That's kind of what spurned a little bit of that uproar about it being racially insensitive was because they weren't actually speaking Japanese. I could be wrong.
Really?
I don't want to spread this rumor if it is not true, but that's kind of that's lazy and fucked up.
Yeah.
If that's the case. But I'm right there with you. I would love to see.
Yeah. The miniatures were cool. All the puppets looked pretty dope.
Yeah, hell of a fucking visual thing.
Yeah. I liked it. Did you see it?
No.
There's one character in it that looks like Lurch from the Addams Family, and he's like purposefully evil, but he, looks weird and creepy. And when he screams at you in Japanese, it's like, ugh.
Nice.
But yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
It's no Royal Tenenbaums or Rushmore, but
Sure. I will give you those two.
very good.
All right.
So you love dogs.
I love dogs.
Okay.
Okay.
I also love dogs. It's cool. We're on the same page.
We all love dogs.
Did you also like Netflix binge these last couple of weeks, or were you busy with the in-laws?
No, so I was kind of busy, but I watched the first episode of Requiem.
Okay.
It didn't do it for me, honestly. Did you finish it?
No, I've not even started it yet. No, I just heard good things about it. It's on the list. We finished Black Mirror. We finished that last season.
Nice. How'd you feel about the season finale?
I thought that was fucking awesome.
Okay.
It was a little weird. I mean, it was like that. The three stories were, well, the first two were like hyper sex related, was a little strange, but that's not a spoiler for anything. So it was just weird. It was just,
I feel like Black Mirror's been out long enough for us to talk about it.
It's true. It's true, but I know that some of these people haven't finished it. But some of these people, some of you guys, but yeah, you're fucking. It's off the rails. It's off the rails now. Let's move on.
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
Oh.
But it was good. I didn't even hate the one that everybody hates so much.
Which one?
The second to last episode of season 4.
I don't remember which one that is.
With the robot dog thing.
Oh, yeah.
Is that ringing a bell, Lyle?
Yeah, the black and white one.
Yeah, black and white.
Damn,
Anyway.
dude, I don't know. I don't remember that one.
Anyway,
Anyways.
I didn't hate that one. I thought the message was actually one of the most deeply unsettling things.
Find teddy bears.
Find teddy bears because the world is fucked and kids want just something for happiness. Like that. Did fucking make sense. Spoilers. You got anything else, Jacob, or should we skadoodle?
Yeah, so back to what I was saying about podcasts, just a funny little anecdote. Sure. I listened to a podcast called Last Podcast on the Left, which I would recommend to everyone.
Is this about rape?
Talk about... No, no, it is not about rape.
I was just checking. You're gonna evoke that movie. The question is gonna come up. Just saying.
They talk about serial killers and cryptids and alien conspiracies and shit like that. So it's right up my alley.
Okay, that sounds really.
But
cool.
I was listening to some older episodes. Every year on Halloween, they read creepypasta off the internet. So I was listening to one of the first creepypasta ones that they were doing while I was vacuuming the other day, and the story wasn't that great, but I was into it enough to be listening, and I had the cord for the vacuum over my shoulder, but it must have been kind of knotted or looped around itself, and right before the climax of the story, the cord untangled and felt like a finger running down my spine, and I almost jumped out of my skin.
Fuck.
Yeah, and it's so funny to be scared by three idiots reading who was phone.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Hey.
I don't really think I watched anything else. Yeah, nothing
cool.
memorable.
That's cool. I know Matt did stuff.
I did some I did one gaming thing, but
Yeah.
You hate it, apparently. I got super into the Elder Scrolls Legends, and it's like Magic the Gathering on crack, except on the computer, and I don't know.
Good crack or like
good
find you
crack,
shaking on the side of the street crack?
It's like Magic, except there's a lot more strategy to it. It's interesting. I don't know. It's weird to explain, but it's super good. I love it. I'm definitely going to keep playing it, the game here and there. So I did that, and then that was pretty much the only gaming related thing I did. I started watching a TV show, however, called The Terror, and holy shit, is like my favorite show of the last year and a half.
I'm gonna
Who's
have to
the
give that
main
more
actor in
time.
Huh?
Who's the main actor in that?
The guy
It's
from Game of
some-
Thrones.
And then
Yeah.
you've also got I don't know, you got like 3 Game of Thrones actors in there.
Because of course you do.
Yeah, but it's super good, super intense.
Is it Mance
First
Raider?
couple episodes.
Yes.
What's that?
Is Mance Raider
Yeah,
in that
Mance
show?
Raider.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know. I didn't think there. I knew nothing about it going in, and then I was like, okay, is this gonna be like a survival show, like survival horror kind of deal, like the Horrors of Man? And no, they go full horror with it, and it's very
Oh,
effective
cool.
and very good. So
mhm.
Yeah, I was a little bit distracted when I was trying to watch it, and I feel like that's something you shouldn't be distracted for because it's
no, you gotta
It's
pay
pretty-
attention to it for sure.
yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna give it another shot. It looks pretty cool. The way that the shots are done in it are effective, and
Yeah.
then like there's that one where the guy gets lowered in to the water. That
Oh.
fucked me up, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah,
first
and
of all, I don't like the idea of being in that suit with somebody, like, people lowering you in, and that's your lifeline. Like, if they fuck up, you're dead. Like,
Yep.
that's pretty crazy right there. But then the open water thing really isn't my favorite either.
No, I hated that movie.
You can't see you can't see anything around you, but there's shit out there for sure. Like,
Yeah, I'm
that
glad we
freaks me
live in
out.
like
There
the
was.
now time. Like, yeah, and I don't have to go to the water if I don't need to be there. You know what I mean?
In a leaky ass suit in the Arctic.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But once the third episode hits, like the ending of the third episode, like I almost shit my pants. Like it was just like you know something's gonna happen. You're just waiting for it. And there's little visual cues that it's gonna happen, and it's just intense as hell. And
Nice.
Cool.
it just keeps on getting better after that.
What channel is it on?
AMC.
It's an AMC
Okay.
joint.
It's 4 episodes in, unless you are a Comcast subscriber, then you can pay an extra $5 and just binge it.
Mhm.
And it somehow hasn't been leaked on the internet, which kind of pisses me off.
Leaked on the internet. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because literally, you can. It's one of those big jackass cable companies. As
Yeah.
long as you're one of their customers and you pay the extra $5, you can watch it. But it's like, I will gladly pay you $5 a month just so I can binge this. Just let me. They don't want my
For the
damn
first
money,
month
so
and then
whatever.
take the fucking money back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks.
Yep.
Let's see. I did some shit. We talked about most of it already because a lot of it was in co-op. I played a bit of a game called Gollum Gates, which I think I like was like, hey guys, check out this game. It looks cool. And then everyone was like, no, you're stupid. It's an
That doesn't sound like anything we would ever do.
You're right. It's an RTS, real-time strategy by a group of like ex RTS, fucking, what's the word I'm looking for?
Boys.
Veterans. Like they've worked on like Command and Conquers and stuff. And so it combines deck building and real-time strategy in a way that's super fucking weird. So
Oh, I feel like I remember you talking about this.
yeah, like a little bit. I had like a passing interest in it until I was like,
Yeah.
fuck it. Like I love RTS games. So like imagine a strategy game. Let's go with StarCraft just because it has like a similar like look, like futuristic spacey look. Imagine a game like StarCraft where you have to build a deck to be able to use all of the units on the field. So if you don't draw up a fucking Zergling, you can't send a fucking Zergling out there. Like that's just the very basics of how this game works. There's like power-ups and stuff you can use. You draw like defensive structures and things like that. And your like base unit is like a giant fucking golem, I guess is probably the thing that he's actually referred to as. But it's like a giant being that technically fights for you. But that's the lose condition right there. If that person goes down, you're done for, you know? So while it's probably not like a very balanced game, if you were to play online with someone, it's a hell of a lot of fun. Like just seeing what comes up, you know, if you're into the whole deck building thing, you know, the Hearthstone, the fucking Elder Scrolls Legends, like that sort of thing. It's fucking got that, and it's a really neat take on a strategy game. I get
Nice.
down, I get down with that for sure. I also spent a bunch of time in Ghost Recon Wildlands recently. Just wanting to fucking get back into it because there was always something about that game that I liked, but something that like pushed me away. Matt, did you ever end up like getting into that when you got it, or?
I played it for a couple of nights. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I just have too much other shit on my plate, so I'll be back to it for sure.
Right on. I think the thing that I figured out is that like the fucking map is so fucking big, much like Just Cause, where like there's just too much going on, and I just completely burnt out on Just Cause 3. It's when you're looking at it, it's very daunting, but if you're able to break it down into like small segments of like little things to do here and there, like it becomes a lot more fun then. Because
I think I'll play it like Fallout, where I focus on a particular area at one time and then just keep on doing that.
Yeah. When you do that, like the game excels at letting you have fun. Doesn't take itself very seriously. It just lets you run around with fucking AI guys that are super overpowered. So you just gotta start fucking shit up. So that was the majority of like my game playing stuff. Obviously, Far Cry, I beat that. That was a hell of a lot of fun. But I'm satisfied with where I'm at with that, so I'll put it down for a while. I did watch a couple of movies. I watched Game Over Man, which is on Netflix, from the Workaholics people.
Oh yeah, I started that and fell asleep because I was high.
Okay, there
Which
you go.
is like how you would want to be to watch that movie, but I was.
It's not even necessary. I don't know. So it's the Workaholics take on Die Hard, essentially. It was pretty fucking good, man. There's some good like bit actors that show up, like not bit actors, like cameo actors, I should say.
Yeah.
Shaggy shows up and performs like a very fucking dour and sad version of Wasn't Me. It's pretty fucking funny. I like those guys' work. Like it's totally off the wall. At one point in the beginning, they're like hotel staff, so they're like housekeeping, and they're cleaning this room, and there's like condoms everywhere, and I forget exactly what happens, but I
made it to that part.
Yeah. So one of them passes out, and they're like gonna put the condom on his face, and then the guy and his wife or girlfriend or whatever come into the room. They're like, "What the fuck are you doing here? Why are you picking up my condoms, you fucking weirdos?"
Aren't they also talking about like how huge the dude's load is?
Yeah, they're definitely talking about the substance inside of the condom. So that was cool. I also watched a movie that has Rampage in the name. I saw that, to steal a headline that's not going to be present either way, Uwe Boll is suing whoever the fuck makes that Rampage movie, the Rock one, based on the game. He's suing them on the grounds that they're stealing branding from his Rampage movie. Probably don't make no sense. So I watched Rampage and I watched Rampage 2, and in reading in this article, I found out that Rampage is a trilogy. So 3 movies have been made about rampaging. So I watched the 3rd Rampage movie. And
not having seen any of the other ones?
No, I've seen them. I've seen the other 2.
Oh, okay.
I did not know this 3rd one existed until this week. So it's called Rampage President Down. So judging by that title, you might think that his objective is to kill the president or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, the movie starts, the president is killed. That's how quickly that happens. Unnamed president. I should throw this out here. It's an unnamed, unseen president. No, we're not casting aside any particular person. But he, by himself, kills the president, the vice president, the secretary of state, and like the 4th person in line. I don't know. He kills 4 people in one moment. And so it devolves into, him running from these FBI agents and setting up this, like minefield outside of his place for when they find him. And it just evolves into total chaos. He finds out that his girlfriend, is pregnant. So he kind of has this like weird change of heart, like, oh fuck, like I'm screwed. I've got this kid coming into the world, and he like obviously feels that the world is shit, so he records one of those like, if you're seeing this, I'm dead videos, which I really got to do. That seems like a lot of fun. But it was, I don't know, wasn't very effective at any of that stuff, but it was a neat like twist on that series, I guess. I don't know.
Nice.
The Rampage movies, all three of them still remain Uwe Boll's best work by far.
Yep.
I don't think I don't think anyone can argue that, actually. So that was the bulk of that. I think now, everyone, it's time to head into news real quick. How does everyone feel about that?
I'll allow it.
That sounds good.
We've got roughly 2 weeks of news here, so we'll go pretty quick into this. I might get back into Counter-Strike Global Offensive, as it were. Valve has dedicated 1,700 CPUs to bust cheaters in that game through like their fucking anti-cheat network. Like,
Yeah, they need to like triple that amount.
yeah, well, I mean, I don't know what they were working with before, but yeah, it wasn't doing it. So maybe this will help. I think they have like additional resources going towards it as well, but that's like the particular like processing number, which is kind of cool. The Pokemon Switch thing never happened, right?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. I lot is getting thrown about that right now, and a lot of rumors flying out. We'll see what E3 brings. Matt, how you feel about Dragon's Quest? Maybe the 11th one in the series. How do you feel about Dragon Quest 11?
Oh, well, considering I haven't played one since, 7 or 8, I'm excited.
Fine.
It looks good. It looks old school as hell, but it looks good.
What I was hoping for you to chime in was, I can't wait for that to come out in September, or something along those lines.
Oh, well.
Well, yeah,
you just said it. There
it's
you
cool.
go.
We were just trying to bounce it off. It's cool. Dragon Quest 11 will be in America in September. We'll see how that goes. Before that, this month, it's fucking April. BattleTech, Matt, April 24th.
Yes, I have that pre-ordered.
Hell
like
yeah!
a
I'll be digging into that very quickly.
It is not at all like Robotech, actually.
Not interested.
I mean, it's cool. I
Fuck
promise you.
Robotech. God damn.
Turn-based tactical mech combat, like you're get with it or get left behind. That's all I'm saying.
It's more like a mercenary simulator from one of the
It is.
videos I was watching. Like,
Yeah.
it's Paradox, so it's the guys that do like Crusader Kings 2, and this just looks not quite as dense, but just as deep, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
As that kind of shit. So it should be good.
I fucking hope so. I have very high hopes for that game.
Oh my god, I know, right? I'm so excited.
In other news about high hopes, Outlast 2 came out on Switch recently. I played through about half of that game. It's fucking terrifying. Well, the developers, Red Barrels, they've restored cut content that would have made the game adult only, which must be fucking horrifyingly gruesome.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it must be fucking. Like that's what they added to
it
the
must
game.
be fucking. So in the DLC for the first game, you watch a guy's dick get cut off in front of you, and that flew.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know where this is going, but I'm anxious to find out.
I think it's, if I remember right, it's your own penis. It's not some guy.
Oh, you're right. It is. Yeah, because you like look down and it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Remember just being like, nope.
Yeah, no. Lyle's not. Damn it, Lyle's not here. Well, we're getting another remaster. This one I'm excited about. Red Faction Guerrilla is going to be released on PS4,
hell
Xbox
yeah.
One,
Oh,
PC.
awesome.
The best part. Red Faction Guerrilla remastered.
Oh my god.
Yep. It's Mars. Get it?
We need Lyle.
Dumb name
this one.
aside, and THQ Nordic excels at dumb names for their remasters. I don't take pleasure in bringing up Darksiders War Mastered Edition, but that's a thing that exists.
So punny.
Soap what?
So punny.
Soap honey, yes. Yes. Let's see here. Something about Stephen King's The Stand coming back.
Yeah, it's like a 10-episode miniseries, right?
Yeah, on supposedly on CBS All Access.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, that's a problem. If Rob Lowe's not in it, that's also a problem for me. The Stand is a
Usually
very
your problem with most things.
yeah, exactly. That's why I watched Parks and Rec because he was in there, and it turned out it was the greatest decision of my life. It's gonna be tough to make that. The Stand is a fucking immense book, and I don't know how you adapt that properly. I just don't.
Well, how long was the original miniseries? I feel like it wasn't nearly 10 episodes.
Which miniseries? Haven't there been two of them by now?
Oh, I've only seen the one, which doesn't really make sense if there were two. But
I think there were two. I could be wrong. Also,
the one that has Dr. Kelso from
Scrubs.
yeah,
Scrubs in it.
Yeah, so that was about 6 hours long. It was like two boobies, so it was 6 hours. Maybe that wasn't another one. Maybe I'm confused.
Oh, you said two movies.
Yeah, like two.
I also heard two boobies.
Oh, you were okay. I'm glad I wasn't the only one.
It was two fucking boobs wide. 6 hours.
I thought that was just your standard measurement. You know?
It
Unit
is.
of measurement.
Isn't that everyone's?
Yeah, that's
You know?
one half boob per episode. So
Yeah.
2 full boobies.
Looking around the room, nobody. Okay. Moving on. Someone, an Oscar winner, let's say, got themselves basically their own fucking movie studio. Guillermo del Toro is making a lot of money with Fox to do like whatever the fuck he wants to.
That is awesome.
It's very awesome. That now we have hope for PT to come back with
Oh, don't even tease me, dude.
it could happen. I always said that should make a movie. No?
Yeah, Norman Reedus can just play the same character that he already was.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just without a face the whole time. So there's a game that came out that I haven't played yet, but I've been interested in, called Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. And a story broke recently that so far the developer spent $140,000 to make this game, and he's made $0 back.
Ugh.
Very fucking depressing story. I know that this will probably hit hard with Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real bummer. And everything I've heard about this game is that it's like fucking balls out. Like it's taking a bunch of chances. It's sold, but it has not sold enough. And I even now more than before, like I'm gonna pay money and check this out because the game seems pretty cool. I just thought that was like, man, that sucks. Like that's a shitload of money, first of all, and second of all, that's like a shitload of time to put into something to like not see a single bit of return on it.
Yep.
It's the art style in the game is beautiful.
Yeah.
Just like even looking at pictures almost has me sold.
It's fucking cool. So what it is, it's kind of like an adventure game where you use stories as items. So like you meet someone, they tell you a story, and then like some while later you'll meet someone who's like, hey, tell me a sad story. And then you fucking call your list of stories and tell them a sad one, like that sort of thing. So it's different, that's for sure.
It looks great. I'm looking at the page right now.
Yeah.
Probably the one thing that would drag it down is that indies that are like over $15 seem not to sell well.
Yes, that is one thing that a lot of people are saying. It's still, even as good as the game is, it's a tad bit high. So I get that. I get that.
Yeah. And it's currently placed at $20.
$20.
Yeah. Which I get, like, you know, that's probably a long period of your time, and you put a lot of effort into this, and so, you know, you're like, well, you know, $20 shouldn't seem so bad, but to most consumers, they don't see it like that.
Yeah, it's a little off-putting.
Yeah.
That's the reason I haven't picked it up yet.
Yeah.
I'll just be honest. Let's see. Should put these in order. We're gonna go back and talk about remasters for a second. Who wants to play Spyro?
I do.
Yeah,
I'll play it.
Awesome.
Like for real?
Yeah, I do.
I have like a passing interest. Those games weren't like awesome, but I'll check it out. The first one especially, I have very negative feelings about in my
Yeah.
memory. Let's see. Matt was talking about the budget for Amazon's Lord of the Rings TV show, which seemed incredibly high.
Yep.
It's Lord of the Rings, man. People,
Yeah.
Yeah, but over $1 billion? Like, holy shit.
Jeez.
a billion with a B. Like, this is actually a B and not an M, like we were talking about before.
No, this is a B. Like,
That's
a fuck ton of money
it's
for
fucking
5 seasons of TV.
fucking nuts.
$1 billion.
It's fucking nuts, and it's probably not going to be any good. Just gonna say it.
The thing that got me interested is Peter Jackson may be attached, and they're asking for permission to use stuff from the trilogy.
Asking
if
for
they
permission.
tie it visually into that, I think it could work. Like, create kind of like an expanded universe, because they're not retelling the Lord of the Rings. They're doing like some prequel bullshit, whatever.
Are they gonna do the Silmarillion?
I would shit my pants if they did the Silmarillion. I want to see Baron and Luthien on the big screen, man. Like,
That would be awesome.
Man, hopefully they're half
that
as
we
good
get-
as those Hobbit movies.
Yeah, I'd say I hope we get Fellowship Jackson and not
Yeah.
Hobbit
Not
Jackson.
the Hobbit, yeah, for sure.
Not The Hobbit, not Lovely Bones, not District 9, not King Kong. Lord of the Rings, Peter
I
Jackson.
want Dead Alive Peter Jackson.
Oh man,
Peter.
that'd be awesome.
Fuck. Moving on.
Oh,
Yes?
speaking of horror movies, really quick, did you guys see the preview for Hereditary? Because that movie looks fucked.
No.
In the
I've
best
been
way.
seeing it, I just haven't
Oh.
watched it.
I don't even know how to explain what it is, but it's some like
That person's on fire.
psychological horror. I don't know. You just need to watch the trailer and experience it for yourself, because the trailer's insane, and I'm 100% sold. I don't need to see anything else about it.
Alex Wolff is in this movie.
Yeah, that kid from the Naked Brothers band.
Yeah. Tony Collette.
I know he's been in so much other things, but that's just
Is that the same guy that was
My
in Death Note?
yeah.
Yeah. The End of Days is Gabriel Byrne is in this movie. I'll watch it.
Yeah. Watch the trailer.
I'll watch
It-
this
it
trailer
looks
once this is over. And once we cover that
Whack.
Quiet Place thing.
in the best way possible.
Couple more things real quick as we jump out of here. Studio Ghibli co-founder. I'm gonna fuck this up. Isao Takahata?
That sounds right.
Yeah, he passed away. Which is that's not to drop a fucking bomb on it. Yeah, one of the Studio Ghibli directors. Obviously, not the one that everybody talks about, but battle with lung cancer that got him. That's sad, especially as
Yeah.
Ghibli keeps making some stuff. That's a real bummer. He's definitely like one of the best directors of all time of anything, and got zero credit for it. So that's a bummer. I'll pour one out of something. I don't have anything to pour out. Last two things. Jackbox Party Pack 5 coming this fall. Who's excited?
I didn't read the article. New games or just like Trivia Murder Party 8 is going to be on this?
Like some new games. First of all, there was only one Trivia Murder Party. Second of all, some new games. You don't know Jack coming back. Like it's a mix of like new and some old stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, those games are definitely a blast.
They complement the hell out of each other.
Yeah.
And now that there's like 5 packages, it just gets like that much better as like a fucking party thing. Last thing, I'm gonna fucking pour one out for Lawbreakers because I actually like that game. I just wish other people played it. Active development has stopped on that, and Boss Key Productions has moved on to something else, which at the time of posting that was unknown, but they've revealed it is a weird cartoonish battle royale thing that launches tomorrow. Radical
They're
Heights.
just behind on everything.
Yeah.
After Overwatch and everything came out, they're like, let's make a hero shooter, and then that fails, and then they're like, let's make a. They're just trying to jump on the.
I definitely would not put Lawbreakers and Overwatch in the same breath.
Yeah.
They're vastly different things, like so different. Lawbreakers is more like Quake. Not that makes it
Like
any more
Twitch.
recent.
Twitch shootery.
Yep, 100%.
It is from Cliffy B too, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a really fucking good game. I know nobody's gonna believe that and whatever, but it's a really fucking good game. Had a lot of things that really make it unique in the scape of shooters, especially now, like things that haven't done these things and probably will never because it didn't actually succeed. Maybe it just hit for me. I don't know. Maybe that's all it was. But I wish I wasn't playing with the same 4 people since it launched. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get to know him really well, though.
Yeah. So Radical Heights is the name of that new game. It's free to play. It'll be launching tomorrow. I'm definitely going to check it out. It's very 80s themed. You ride around on cool ass BMX bikes. You shoot other people. Doesn't take itself seriously. I get on board with that. I don't know what the player count's going to be, but looks like a lot of fun. Free.
I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
Free.
They did something better than because like the last one wasn't free. It was like what, $20
Yeah,
or
it
something?
came out at like 20. It wasn't like an enormous amount of money, but it was not free, which I don't think that they needed to make it free. But
yeah, I think that might be the thing that scared away some people though with all these current hero shooters. See, I thought it was just another hero shooter. It seemed like it just fell into that, so that's one of the reasons why I stayed away.
Yeah, it came around the same time that like Quake Champions did, and then we have like a new Unreal Tournament coming out, and like Quake Champions was $5. Like, you know, that sort of puts a wrench in the gears. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll see if they make that like free to play. There might be like a resurgence there, but indications right now are that it will not be free to play. So.
Okay.
We'll see. I'll check out that new thing. Cliffy B, as to use the nickname that he has already shed and fucking buried. He makes some cool stuff as far as I'm concerned. Like for some reason, I like his games when they come out. So
Yeah, I do too.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, that's the show. I'm saluting. You're saluting. Everyone's having a good time. I'm gonna go eat some fucking chicken. Jacob, you want to take it away?
Yeah. Eventually, I'm gonna type this out so I don't have to like stumble over my words.
No, it's cool. You do great.
But review us on iTunes. I don't know if they have a rating system on Spotify, but we on there. Listen to it. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and keep playing.
And keep playing. Thanks, guys.